Hello, my name is Todd Cole, and I am the instructor for Music 18501, Arts Develop Child. And I welcome you to this course with this phrase: music is what color sounds like. And we'll be using a lot of music and a lot of color in this course. You'll be making a book list of books that focus on art and artists. You'll be making a book list on music and musicians. You'll be making a book list on dramas. You'll be making a book list on so many things that affect the visual arts of this program. So music is huge. Artwork that's visual is huge. You'll be seeing some examples of my artwork, but then you'll be creating your own. We'll have a whole section on mindfulness and how mindfulness can help the child do well in all areas in the school system when they are in school. We'll be creating a lot of drama in this class through Reader's Theater, where you will be reading a story but acting it out as well. And we'll be doing a community project at the end that I hope we can create and then drop off at a school system and make this our culminating activity. Through all of this, we're going to have to incorporate the 4 domains of learning, the state standards, and we'll be lesson planning, and we'll connect the arts to all the other disciplines within our school system. Now, the story that I want to read for you before we move on to everything else in this class, it is important that you know how to read a story. And you want to ask your reader to be looking for certain things within the story before you even start to read it. Now, this story is a true story. That means it's non-fiction. So you want to use both of these terms. And the character who is the main character, her name is Myra. She has moved to a place called San Diego. And when she gets there, everything looks gray, this color. So you know what she wants to do? She wants to transform San Diego into a place where you can find poems on the sidewalks, mosaics, tiles, different colors of tiles, all around tree trunks, murals being drawn on the bricks of buildings, benches in parks that are very colorful, and even painting the utility boxes along the streets of San Diego. So, the story that we're going to be reading about Myra, who lives in San Diego and wants to transform her community from gray to things that are very bright, is called Maybe Something Beautiful: How Art Transformed a Neighborhood, by Isabel Campoy and Teresa Howell, and the illustrations are by Raphael Lopez. Let's get ready to read Maybe Something Beautiful. In the heart of a gray city, there lived a girl who loved to doodle, draw, color, and paint. Every time she saw a blank piece of paper, Myra thought to herself, maybe. And because of this, her room was filled with color and her heart was filled with joy. On her way to school one day, Myra gave a round apple to Mr. Henry, the owner of a shop down the street. She gave a flower to Miss Lopez, the lady with sparkling eyes. She gave a songbird to Mr. Sachs and a red heart to the policeman who walked up and down the streets. On her way home, Myra taped a glowing sun onto the wall hiding in the shadows. Her city was less gray, but not much. The next day, Myra saw a man with a pocket full of paintbrushes. He gazed at the wall and he looked at her son. He held his fingers up in a square, like this. And peered through them. He said thoughtfully. What do you see, Myra asked. Maybe something beautiful, the man replied. Then, just like that, he dipped a brush into the paint. Bam! Wow! The shadows scurried away, and sky blue cut through the gloom. The man's laughter was like a rainbow, spreading across the sky. Who are you? Myra asked. Well, I'm an artist, he said, a muralist. I paint on walls. I'm an artist too, she told him. He handed Myra a brush. Then come on! Myra dipped it in the loudest color she saw. Yow-wee! The wall lit up like sunshine. As the man drew pictures on the bricks, Myra added color, punch, and pizzazz. Soon Mr. Sachs joined in. Then came others. Everyone painted to the rhythm. Salsa, merengue, and bebop. Even Myra's mom painted and danced the cha-cha-cha. The whole neighborhood became a giant block party until the policeman walked up. Excuse me, he said. The music stopped. Myra put her brush down. They were surely in trouble. The officer cleared his throat, and then he paused. May I paint with you? He asked. So Myra handed him a paintbrush, and the music started again. Teachers and papas jumped in, babies too. Myra and the man handed out brush after brush. Color spread throughout the streets, and so did joy. Wherever Myra and the man went, art followed like a string of a kite. After they colored the walls, they painted utility boxes and benches. They decorated sidewalks with poetry and shine. And everyone danced. Together they created something more beautiful than they had ever imagined. When their clothes were splattered in millions of colors, everyone sat down to rest, except the muralist. His eyes sparkled. You, my friends, are all artists, he told them. The world is your canvas. He smiled wide, then pulled everything together in big, sweeping motions. His paintbrush was like a magic wand. Then he was finished. Myra added one more bird way up in the sky. Maybe, she thought, just maybe. Here ends the story of maybe something beautiful where Myra wanted to create a better place to live. Do you think we could do that in our community too? Myra started all by herself, and then she met one artist, and then the two of them met a policeman, and then met someone else and someone else in the community. And then they changed everything from gray to something beautiful. Maybe we could transform our community with police and artists and teachers and parents and children and even the homeless. Reviving a community is just like when we revive ourselves when we go to church on Sundays. It's just like when we revive our families when we pray before dinner. It's just like when we revive ourselves when we say our prayers before we go to bed. But when we extend ourselves, not just within our own church community, in our own family, and we go outside into the community to share something beautiful, well, how can you help? Just maybe.